The United Kingdom finds itself at a critical juncture, facing a confluence of economic challenges that have cast a shadow over its future prospects. The nation, once heralded as a beacon of global economic power, is now grappling with a potent cocktail of stagnating productivity, soaring inflation, and a ballooning national debt. These issues are not isolated, they are deeply interconnected and have far-reaching implications for the country's future. Once a beacon of global economic power, the UK is grappling with a potent cocktail of stagnating productivity, soaring inflation, and a ballooning national debt. These economic woes have eroded living standards, fueled social unrest, and left many questioning the country's long-term economic trajectory. The challenges are multifaceted, affecting various sectors and demographics across the nation. These interconnected issues have eroded living standards, fueled social unrest, and left many questioning the country's long-term economic trajectory. The sight of closed shops, ongoing protests, and families struggling to pay their bills has become all too common. The social fabric of the nation is under strain, and the economic uncertainty is palpable. The UK's economic malaise is not a recent phenomenon. It has been brewing for over a decade, exacerbated by a series of shocks, including the 2008 financial crisis, Brexit, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Each of these events has left an indelible mark on the economy, compounding existing issues and creating new challenges. It has been brewing for over a decade, exacerbated by a series of shocks, including the 2008 financial crisis, Brexit, and the COVID-19 pandemic. These events have exposed deep-seated structural weaknesses in the UK economy, from low investment and weak productivity growth to regional inequality and a reliance on financial services. The cumulative effect of these shocks has been devastating. These events have exposed deep-seated structural weaknesses in the UK economy, from low investment and weak productivity growth to regional inequality and a reliance on financial services. The reliance on financial services, in particular, has made the economy vulnerable to global market fluctuations. Small businesses and manufacturing sectors have struggled to keep pace, further widening the economic divide. This essay delves into the heart of the UK's economic woes, exploring the key factors that have contributed to its current predicament. We will examine the disproportionate role of London in the UK economy, the impact of high taxes and rising living costs on ordinary citizens, and the stagnation of real disposable income that has left many families struggling to make ends meet. We will examine the disproportionate role of London in the UK economy, where the concentration of wealth and opportunities has created a stark contrast with other regions. The capital's dominance has led to regional disparities that are hard to ignore. The impact of high taxes and rising living costs on ordinary citizens, which have made it increasingly difficult for families to save and invest in their future. The burden of high taxes and living costs is felt acutely by the average citizen, affecting their quality of life and financial stability. And the stagnation of real disposable income that has left many families struggling to make ends meet. The stagnation of wages, coupled with rising prices, has squeezed household budgets, forcing many to make tough choices. Further, we will analyze the lost decade of economic growth, the decline in productivity, and the impact of Brexit on trade, investment, and immigration. The lost decade has seen minimal growth, with productivity levels lagging behind other developed nations, and the impact of Brexit on trade, investment, and immigration. Brexit has introduced a new layer of complexity, disrupting trade relationships and creating uncertainty for businesses and investors. The essay also explores the COVID-19 pandemic's lasting effects, including soaring national debt and a sluggish economic recovery. The pandemic has left a lasting scar on the economy, with national debt reaching unprecedented levels and the recovery process being slow and uneven. London, a global financial hub and cultural powerhouse, casts a long shadow over the UK economy. Its influence is felt far and wide, shaping the nation's financial landscape. While the capital city boasts soaring property prices, a thriving tech sector, and a bustling financial district, and a concentration of high-paying jobs, the story is quite different elsewhere. Many other parts of the country struggle to keep pace. Regions like Northern England face economic stagnation and decline. This stark regional disparity is a key factor contributing to the UK's economic malaise. The gap between the prosperous south and the struggling north is widening. London and the surrounding southeast region account for a disproportionate share of the UK's economic output. This concentration of wealth creates an imbalance. Nearly half of the nation's GDP is generated in this relatively small area, which is home to just a third of the population. This concentration of wealth and opportunity has created a two-speed economy, with London racing ahead while other regions lag behind. Outside of London, many towns and cities grapple with deindustrialization, high unemployment, and a lack of investment. The economic divide is stark. The closure of factories and manufacturing plants has left behind a legacy of economic hardship, while cuts to public services have further exacerbated regional inequalities. This economic imbalance has significant social and political ramifications. It has fueled resentment towards London and the political establishment. Contributing to the rise of populism and nationalism, this divide has reshaped the political landscape. Moreover, it has hampered the UK's overall economic potential as regions outside of London struggle to attract investment and create jobs. The economic disparity is not just a financial issue, but a social one, affecting the quality of life and opportunities available to people in different regions. Addressing this imbalance is crucial for the UK's future prosperity and social cohesion. It has fueled resentment towards London and the political establishment, contributing to the rise of populism and nationalism. The economic divide has reshaped the political landscape, leading to significant social and political changes. Moreover, it has hampered the UK's overall economic potential as regions outside of London struggle to attract investment and create jobs. The future of the UK depends on bridging this economic divide and ensuring that prosperity is shared more evenly across all regions. The UK's economic struggles are acutely felt by ordinary citizens who face a triple whammy of high taxes, rising living costs, and stagnant wages. This situation has created a challenging environment for many families and individuals, making it difficult to make ends meet. This toxic combination has squeezed household budgets, eroded living standards, and left many feeling left behind. The financial pressure is palpable, with many having to make tough choices about what they can afford. Taxes in the UK are near their highest levels in 70 years. This has placed an additional burden on already strained finances, making it harder for people to save or invest in their future. The government has raised taxes on income, national insurance, and corporation tax in recent years in an effort to reduce the deficit and fund public services. While these measures are intended to stabilize the economy, they have had significant repercussions for the average citizen. However, these tax hikes have taken a toll on household incomes, leaving many with less disposable income. This reduction in spending power has had a ripple effect on the broader economy, slowing down growth and affecting businesses. At the same time, the cost of living has been rising steadily. Everyday expenses such as groceries, utilities, and transportation have become more expensive, further straining household budgets. Inflation has soared in recent years, driven by factors such as rising energy prices, supply chain disruptions, and the war in Ukraine. These global issues have local impacts, making it harder for families to keep up with their daily needs. The prices of essential goods and services such as food, energy, and transportation have increased significantly, putting further strain on household budgets. This has forced many to cut back on non-essential spending, affecting their quality of life. To compound matters, wage growth has stagnated for over a decade. Despite working hard, many people find that their paychecks do not stretch as far as they used to. While some sectors have seen modest wage increases, these have been outstripped by inflation, resulting in a real terms pay cut for many workers. This has led to widespread frustration and a sense of unfairness. This has led to a decline in purchasing power, further dampening economic growth. The overall impact is a more challenging economic environment for everyone, from families to businesses, making it clear that urgent action is needed to address these issues. The period from 2010 to 2024 has been dubbed the lost decade for the UK economy. This period has been characterized by the slowest wage growth in over 200 years, the largest reduction in government spending since World War II, and increased tax revenue share. Despite historically low interest rates, the UK economy has experienced sluggish growth, declining living standards, and a sense of diminished expectations. The lost decade has had a profound impact on the UK's social fabric. The squeeze on living standards has led to increased poverty, homelessness, and social unrest. The gap between rich and poor has widened, fueling a sense of unfairness and resentment. Moreover, the lost decade has eroded trust in the political establishment. The public has grown increasingly disillusioned with the government's handling of the economy, leading to political instability and polarization. The rise of populism and nationalism can be partly attributed to the economic anxieties and frustrations that have festered during this period. In the past, the United Kingdom was known for its industrial might and global influence. Factories buzzed with activity and the nation's economy thrived on manufacturing and trade. But, times have changed. Today, the UK faces a different landscape, one dominated by services and technology. The shift from industry to services has brought both opportunities and challenges. While the tech sector booms, traditional industries struggle to keep pace. It's a tale of two eras, really, each with its own set of triumphs and trials. Understanding this evolution is key to navigating the future of the UK's economy. The economic fallout from recent events has been profound and multifaceted. Many sectors have experienced significant disruptions, with some industries facing more challenges than others. As we untangle these effects, it's clear that the road to recovery will be complex and lengthy. The nation's debt has surged to unprecedented levels, raising concerns about long-term economic stability. Recovery efforts are underway, but the path forward is fraught with uncertainties. Policymakers are grappling with difficult decisions, balancing the need for economic stimulus with the imperative of fiscal responsibility. The inflation has begun to take a noticeable toll, eroding purchasing power and exacerbating the cost of living crisis. For many households, the rising prices of essentials like food and energy are creating significant financial strain. Addressing these challenges requires targeted interventions and a careful balancing act. Navigating the path forward will require resilience, innovation, and collaboration. As we look to the future, there is hope in the potential for new technologies and industries to drive growth. However, it will be crucial to ensure that the benefits of recovery are broadly shared, leaving no one behind.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.